Fall in once again. You're listening to World Combat Sports. What is good, everyone? Absolutely back for another one. First of all, I want to give a salute to the people that's in the live chat, the WCS supporters, man, the soldiers. One team, one fight. You know how we do it. One team, one fight, man. Continue to spread the word on the channel. I appreciate you. I wanted to come on here and talk about something to caveat off yesterday, because people, if they don't really pay attention to what you're saying and listening, they just think you're on here just talking. And this is something I rarely even do, right? Yesterday I came here talking about, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And I created this broad storyline, this scenario-based narrative on what could possibly happen for both of these fighters to solidify their legacies. And everything. And I'm up here talking about, Tyson Fury can win the first and freaking Anthony Joshua the second. And they're trying to set up this in the UK to basically build on their boxing legacy. Listen, I see a lot of narratives being placed in a wheelbarrow on this motherfucker. People carrying them joints around. And you got listeners. Gotta pay attention to this shit. And I rarely even get on here and talk about Fury Joshua. But I found out that a lot of people don't even want to hear the 100% authentication. Sometimes they want you to be, facetious. They want you to talk blasphemy. And that's pretty much what I was doing yesterday. Because if you look at it, let me read you an article that came out. And see, this is something I already knew. But, an article came out recently. And shout out to Retro for Life 79 Boxing in the building. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you pulling up and supporting the channel. It's an article that came out that pretty much what I knew already, but I just wanted to get on here and build up the Joshua Fury, fan base. You know what I'm saying? Those who just want to castigate Wilder and put him out to the pasture. You know what I'm saying? Put him in a closet. Like he don't have any more relevance to the sport of boxing. But it's not that easy, people. And you're going to find out it's not that easy. You know why? Because days and days are going to continue to pass by. And you're not going to see a schedule on Tyson Fury nor Joshua's freaking box rec that say, i.e. Fury facing Joshua or i.e. Joshua facing Fury. Seriously. I'm absolutely serious, man. I love hearing the UK come out with these storylines and people just digest the fuck out of them. So I say, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be a server today. I'm going to serve the people, some motherfucking stale appetizers, because they love believing that it's going to be as simple as Joshua Fury fighting for undisputed just because Bob Arum keeps talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearns dropped information on it. They love to keep pushing this narrative. They just want it to be so true. They just want it to be so true. But check this out, though. The one person that they're going to listen to ultimately is Tyson Fury. People love to listen to Tyson Fury. So every now and then I'll speak about Tyson Fury, even though I don't like him at all. People love hearing Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua name pop up. And Tyson Fury just recently came out with an article that was stating that him and the Joshua fight is nowhere close. You know what I'm saying? It's no closer than it was, weeks and months ago. I'm pulling up the article right now, so you all can tune into it because it's hilarious. That's the main reason why I came out what I came out with the other day, because it's a lot of people that's talking. They want you to believe everything when it comes to freaking Tyson Fury. They want you to believe it. They want you to treat that shit like it's happening tomorrow. Real talk. They want so bad for Tyson Fury to fight somebody else other than Deontay Wilder. Believe that shit. You just don't know what you're listening to. Eddie Hearns come out and say, deal is done for Joshua to face Fury. People run like Carl Lewis on that shit. You can't tell them nothing. You know, you tell them to look on BoxRec. BoxRec don't mean shit. Eddie Hearns said it. I'm telling y'all to stop wishing so much. Stop wishing for the worst, man. Just let this shit play out the way it's supposed to, so we can get what we're supposed to get. Let the arbitration play out, because per some people, they say there's nothing going on in court. That's over with. There's nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing going on. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to anybody else. I'm telling you, it's nothing that we need to hear about this. They just setting up the Joshua Fury fight, and that's just what's going on. That's all we need to be focused on right now, people. No Deontay Wilder, nothing. He's done with the sport. He's retired. He's mentally depressed, goddamn clinically depressed. He's broken, all that shit. Nobody knows what he's been up to. He hasn't said anything. He keeps on talking to 78 Sports. I just don't know what he got going on. He won't talk to ESPN. You know, he won't give a... I mean, they just come, and that just shows you how much power Wilder has. People want him to speak. People want him to say something so they can put him on a thumbnail. But if you look at majority of my thumbnails, like from here on back, I rarely even talk about Fury and Joshua on the same post. I rarely, because I look at it like people want to talk about the same thing. They want to talk about hope, a fictional hope. They want to paint this fictional story, and they want to put all these ingredients in there, all these plots and twists and suspenseful moments. They want to put all that in there. That's pretty much what I did yesterday. I just put all the twists and turns in there, so you know what I'm saying, people can get all high spirited, you know what I'm saying, power up and say, yeah, World Combat Sports talking about it. Oh my God, he really talk about this shit. I'll admit, I was just being a bit antagonistic. I'm gonna be honest with you, real talk, because I don't like Tyson Fury. I want Tyson Fury fans to get all hyped up, you know, every week, and then they look on his box record and don't see shit. That's what I want, people. That's what I want. Real talk. It's not anything personal. I don't know Tyson Fury like that. But all what I'm saying is, it seems like every other day, y'all want somebody to come out here and say something that brings the fight closer and closer together. You know, y'all really want us to say, you know what? It's finally happened, everybody. It's finally happened. The deal is done. How many times have we heard Eddie Hearns come up and say that the deal is done? You remember when they initially came out with this shit? And Eddie say, oh, Joshua and Fury agreed to a 2-fight deal. And, you know, all of a sudden, a picture came out. You know what I'm saying? With motherfucking Joshua standing on the street, Fury driving by. Just like the same shit they tried to do when Joshua was coming over here to NYC, and Eddie Hearns wanted to walk around in the street and act like he was asking random individuals, did they know who Deontay Wilder was? And these poor actors, they sitting there, oh, what is he, an astronaut? Is he a Walmart salesman? Is he a basketball player, football player, soccer, volleyball? Tennis, I mean, the shit was just so premeditated. It failed on many levels, but that's what Eddie Hearns felt he needed to do. He needed to come over here to the U.S. and pretend like he was walking the street and asking random people in NYC, did they know Deontay Wilder? This is the same shit. This is what the article it says. Tyson Fury is increasingly growing frustrated, waiting on the sidelines in search of a fight. Once again, I repeat, for those of you, I'm not going to call you fanboys. I'm not going to call you fanboys. Seriously, I'm going to be respectful today. I'm not going to call you Tyson Fury fanboys, Anthony Joshua fanboys. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to maintain a bit of, character, so to speak. I'm just going to refer to y'all as cockologists. Okay, that's a more predetermined, term that I've come up with for the Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fans, because when it comes to this fight right here, they'll believe everything. They were called Deontay Wilder fans fanboys, but yet and still, what are Anthony Joshua fans? What are Anthony Joshua fans don't acknowledge that he's one of the most manufactured champions in the heavyweight division of this era? What did you say about Tyson Fury fans? That they basically applaud him for being the villain. You know what I'm saying? They applaud him for being the cheat of the night. They applaud him for that shit. But then, Deontay Wilder with his clean background and everything, they say Deontay Wilder fanboys. So my phrase is, maintaining character is for the Fury and Joshua cockologists. Those individuals that don't have no shame, you know what I'm saying? No shame at all with staying close. You know what I'm saying? Staying close. Make sure it's nice and close. So whenever Joshua and Fury's name come up, they can just come on here. Look what I just finished. You know what I'm saying? Those are cockologists. I just heard Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury will be fighting next month. There's nothing official yet. What did this article just say? This is February 4th, 2021. Tyson Fury is increasingly growing frustrated, waiting on the sidelines in search of a fight. I want you all to stop. I want you to stop queefing. Stop allowing the camel toe to be throbbing, waiting on your freaking heroes. Like the bronze bomber is just going to go away. Stop doing that. Stop torturing yourself so much, man. Stop torturing yourself. I'm here. If you need someone to talk to me. I'm here. Tyson Fury, once again, is increasingly growing frustrated, waiting on the sidelines in search of a fight. Listen, I spoke about them for a reason yesterday. I did. I spoke about them for a reason. I was being antagonistic. Real talk. I was truly being antagonistic. I have no apologies. There's channels out here do that shit all the time. I just chose to talk about this particular couple because really people are looking for the storybook ending. They looking for the perfect sequel to the heavyweight division coming off February 22nd, 2020. They want the perfect motherfucking sequel. The run off into the damn moonlight, Joshua Fury for the undisputed titles. I even told you yesterday, for those of you that tuned in, I even told you, what did I say? I said, I usually don't do this. I usually don't come on here and talk about stuff I don't believe in and stuff like that. But I just come on here and talk about, what if, just to hype up and get some new viewership from the Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury bandits. Yeah, the bandits. They come over here, oh man, this is refreshing. World Combat Sports is is speaking about Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, potentially in a trilogy. But potentially, if the first two fights go like this, and for Undisputed, both will come. I like it. I like both fighters potentially being undisputed. I like it. They went to the kitchen and poured some wine. They said, gosh, I never thought I would hear World Combat Sports come up with a positive scenario for the heavyweight division that don't include Deontay Wilder. They were so happy, man. They were so jovial, skipping around the house. Yes, sir, we're gonna get undisputed. Yes, sir, it sounds so good to me. Yes, sir. Thank you, World Combat Sports. They were just being all goofy about it. The WBC heavyweight champion was last in the ring February 22nd, scoring a resounding TKO win over Deontay Wilder to capture the undefeated Alabamian crown. All right? Since then, pay attention, a global pandemic has rattled the sport, and the on again, off again, I like that bar. On again, off again, I'm telling you. On again, off again, I'm telling you. It's on again, off again. Uh-huh. The On Again, Off Again trilogy with Wilder has seemingly stumbled out of the gates each time, as it is currently awaiting an arbitration hearing. Once again, people, arbitration. This is what, a certain individual, I won't mention his name, he said, oh, no, there's no arbitration. There's nothing going on. That's over with. So if it's over with, why aren't we seeing Tyson Fury with a scheduled bout against Joshua? Why aren't we seeing the premier promotion going on for this heavyweight event? Why? Check this out. Fury announced a stay busy fight for December 5th in the UK that never came to fruition. Oh my, this makes me so happy. For all you Deontay Wilder haters that think he's just laying down, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have a care in the world. Like the man don't have that heart, that courageous spirit. Let me read this again. Hell yeah, this is all about being an antagonistic bastard today. You know what I'm saying? Fury announced a stay busy fight for December 5th in the UK that never came to fruition. I wonder why. And being on these panels and hearing the same goofy individuals say, oh yeah, let's talk about Deontay Wilder. Laugh on this shit. He then switched gears and refocused his energy on a super fight with Anthony Joshua. But the earliest that bout could be staged appears to be this summer, further prolonging his inactivity. Look, the longer it is, the better. You know why? Because he isn't fighting. He isn't getting what he wants. And furthermore, the individuals that's continuing to overlook that Deontay Wilder is in the equation, they're disappointed. They're frustrated, mad, angry. You know what I'm saying? They're bitter. The only thing they can do is gather people on the panel and bring up Deontay Wilder and say the same shit all the time. I don't know why Deontay Wilder is pushing this and dragging it out as he should. He lost clearly. Well, it doesn't matter what he lost. It's all about his return. That's what it's about. It's all about allowing people to understand there's no quit or giving up. So if it means going into the court systems, enforcing what he enacted in the proper time limit for a trilogy, and due to unforeseen circumstances that we were stricken by this pandemic, there's legal process that has to take place. I sit back and I listen. You know, I listen to people. The only thing that they drive off of is being mad if he isn't speaking, being mad if he does speak, and then being absolutely angry on who he speaks to. Why shall he speak to 78 Sports TV? Why, we say? Just have him speak to everybody else. We just want him to put a 15 YouTube timeline, a 15 channel timeline, and go to each timeline and say the same shit all the time. So people can break it up into little bits and pieces and basically scrutinize it so they can have content to speak on every other day. Have you ever seen someone in this modern era that people booed who's actually in this US footprint, who they booed, who they pretended that, oh man, he's the worst boxer ever, and they didn't appreciate him as a champion, but then turn around when he's not around, he has a loss on his record. They want him back. They want to know what he has going on in his life. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on with this article because I love it. I love it. But the earliest that the bout could be stayed appears to be this summer, further prolonging his inactivity. It was just a big mess up, Fury told ESPN in regard to the potential Wilder trilogy. I should have boxed because I've been so inactive. I've been out for over a year. By the time I fight again, looking at maybe June, if this Joshua fight happens, that would be a year and 6 months out of the ring, and which is not ideal preparation for any super fight. Who gives a fuck? Is it ideal preparation? Who cares? Who cares if you have a proper fight camp and preparation? We out here looking for a Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. We're not speaking about that fantasy fairy tale on Gilligan's Island. You know what I'm saying, in UK. We're not looking at that shit in Saudi Arabia. So y'all can go ahead and think you're gonna run into the sunset. He says they've had a full year to try and make the fight happen. Since the last Wilder fight, even before the Wilder fight, they were talking about a fight potentially between me and Joshua. They've had a full year to make something happen, and it hasn't happened as of yet. It is what it is. We're no further forward today than we were a year ago. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Don't be mad. Be motherfucking glad. You know what I'm saying? For any one of you channels that love gathering up and speaking about Deontay Wilder the same way as if he's missing out on something, appreciate the fact that he's doing what he's supposed to do as a fighter. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. And Fury just told you, it is what it is. We're no further forward today than we were a year ago. That's just music to my ears. Clap it up. Bring in the cello, please. Bring in the cello. The conductor. Sound the music. Bring in the flutes. You know what I'm saying? Pitter patter the drums just so. Bring in a little drum beat, please. Just a little Summerson. Just a little light drum beat, please. Usher in the violins, please. Good, 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 good. Make it as sad as possible. Just make it sad as possible, because that's exactly what Tyson Fury deserves. I am so elated. Also, look, please talk, have a panel, and basically denigrate as to why Wilder is still in between everything. I'm happy. And you should be too. You should be happy that he's willing to stand for what he believes. You should be happy that he's willing to go the distance and further. You should be glad. Don't be upset. Don't sit up here and be angry because you want what you want. People continue to talk about Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. But yet, every time I hear you talk this shit, right, you always have something negative to say. You always have something negative to say about what Deontay Wilder's doing. But this is what Fury is saying. It is what it is. We're no further today than we were a year ago. Oh man, that's just hilarious. The way COVID-19 is a moment, I don't think negotiations got much to do with the fighters. It's to do with the venue, date, place, site, fees. It's to do with everything but the fight itself. I could care less. The fight ain't happening anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Check this out. This is the bullshit they keep on pushing. Fury 30-0 and won 21 knockouts. Fought 3 times in 2018, twice in 2019, and once in 2020, following a 3.5-year hiatus from boxing as he was battling. Check this out. He was battling a series of issues around weight, mental health, and substance abuse. I guess you can say, you know, you're going to be mentally fucked if you're up here doing what Tyson Fury was doing. You know, being the type of dude he is. You know what I'm saying? Being a cokehead. But one thing is for sure. If he's having a coke, it's without a smile, goddammit. Because what he want, he ain't getting. He want that paycheck. If he's having a coke right now, he ain't smiling behind that bitch. Believe that. Stay in the middle. Stay in your square. Continue to fight. Smoke-free boxing talk. What's good? Salute. SB90 said the heavyweight division is sad, period. Hey, you find out how important people really are when it comes to situations like this. You find out that YouTube really doesn't have any relevance or any type of influence outside of the realm of social media when it comes to situations like this. Because nothing that can be said on these panels or anything will influence this arbitration to conclude earlier than it should be. Nothing. That's why I just sit back and laugh at that people that say the same thing. In one whining, bickering moment, they want to cry that Deontay Wilder hasn't said anything for several months. And then he returns and says something. They want to say, why did he say this? Why did he say that? Damn, look how the tide changes. Then you got individuals that saying, you know, that's fucked up. Now they want to find another way because Deontay Wilder's out of the picture, right? They want to find another way to reach out and touch him. So the way that they want to reach out and touch him is through who? Breland. Yeah. So Breland wasn't even thinking about doing an interview with any other U.S. media outlets, right? None. He wasn't even thinking about none of that shit. Then all of a sudden he does a media interview with the UK media. And then I see the serenade of fake love. Oh my God, please. Everybody join us in a warm welcome. All of a sudden, people are embracing Mark Breland and his family. His son is aboard the U.S. social media train, and people are just serenading him with flowers and balloons and goddamn, you know, candlelight and everything else. This is the same man who was vilified before, and people didn't want to show him no love, right? He was on the same team where you said Deontay Wilder was trash. He was the same intricate role player that was there when Deontay Wilder was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Then they go on a parade to get attention from his son who's out here defending his father. But his son haven't trained no world-class fighters. His son isn't a world-class fighter himself. He's just doing what's naturally in his humanistic nature to do, defend his father. Not every son would defend their father. But I just want to, I just want to address the people who call themselves all of a sudden loving and caring about Breland Son. Anything for views. It's just not cool. It's just not cool. Anything for views. It's just not cool. He goes on this article to say, if that Joshua fight doesn't happen this summer, it's got to happen sooner or later, Fury said. But Top Rank has to give me 2 fights this year. I will fight 2 times on Top Rank's network, Top Rank's network partner, ESPN. I don't care who it is. If it's not Joshua, we're looking to fight in April or early May and the end of the year. If it is Joshua, then June and the end of the year, bang, bang. So 2021 is looking bright. Sure it is. Sure it is. There, Tyson Fury. It look as bright as a low wattage bulb. You know what I'm saying? In hell. It looks just as bright as that. As long as this shit drags out in the court of law and Deontay Wilder stands his ground, more and more people are gonna start thinking. They're already cogitating behind closed doors. They're twiddling their thumbs and everything. They say, wow. See, so when you individuals get on these panels and say that, there's nothing going on in court, that's nothing. Deontay is just lying again. It's nothing. Who cares what he's talking about? Listen, you need to pay more attention to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Pay more attention to what's going on. Seriously. Stop cutting it down so much. Stop cutting it down so much as if nothing's really playing out in the legal system right now. Did you hear what Tyson Fury just said? It is what it is. It's hilarious. It's so funny, man. He said it is what it is. You're motherfucking right, it is. Because too many people out here just counting Wilder out as if he's doing nothing. If he's just there, clinically depressed in his home, his family don't even know where he at. He out on the water with a canoe with one oar, paddling around in circles. Seriously. After hearing what I just read, do you feel some type of way? Do you feel different? Do it make you want to respect the champ more? You know what I'm saying? Or continue to hate and say Deontay Wilder fanboys? Because guess what? All of y'all saying what you're saying, you can't do shit about what's going on right now. You can't get the fight signed. You can't make it. You cannot put a rush on it. You cannot even influence the outcome. You can't do shit but wait. So you sit your hating ass over there and wait. Sit your hating ass there and just shut up. Don't say a motherfucking word. Wait till this arbitration is over with. And then every now and then I might come in here and tell you a good night, a good time, bed story. You know what I'm saying? So you can sleep well at night. So you won't be losing a lot of damn rest, much needed rest over this shit. But did you hear what Tyson Fury said though? It is what it is. We're no further today than we were a year ago. Did you hear that? So I want you to bring that up on your panels when you're talking about Deontay Wilder fanboys. I want you to speak from the diaphragm, say it with your chest, like you always do. Oh, this Deontay Wilder fanboy. Well, guess what? Just make sure you read this article, break it down, provide your astute analytics as to what Tyson Fury's frustration is all about. That's all I want you to do. It was just a big mess up in regard to a potential Wilder trilogy. I should have boxed because I've been so inactive. Oh, pure Fury. He's just been so inactive. He's been so inactive. The people are now starting to say some shit like, we need to really get Fury back in the ring or else. Or else what? Or else what? He might bring the glass back. He might slide that glass back in front of him. That's what you're thinking? I've been out for over a year. By the time I fight again, looking at maybe June of this Joshua fight, nobody cares, man. Seriously. I care enough because I knew, from a brother who reads, I knew this was out, that Tyson Fury was frustrated. I read it. But I just wanted to come over here and be facetious to strictly the Fury and Joshua fans. That's all. That's what I did yesterday. I just wanted to come and talk about a scenario-based fictional tale so people can start thinking, wow, both of these guys potentially can be undisputed. I love it. Elder, what's good? What's good? I'm in the works. I don't really put stuff out unless it's solid. You know what I'm saying, Elder? Unless it's solid. And that is difficult to get in right now. But believe me, I'm trying to make the contacts and basically get that. But I just don't jump on here like that. If you wouldn't ask the question, I wouldn't be talking about it. But I've been trying to be in there. So, each week, Georgia's opening up and shit like this, right? The COVID restrictions, they're beginning to minimize a bit. You know what I'm saying? People finding themselves trying to increase this, that, and the other capacity. Well, I'm still trying to work on that shit. So I just don't go ahead and talk about shit like that unless I have something in stone. Believe me, I'm trying. Smoke Free Boxing Talk said, what's the difference between he defending his father and the fans defending Wilder? So let me answer the first part. What's the difference between he defending his father? That's his family. Okay, let me be as simplistic as I can, right? This is out of respect, right? So therefore, if you're talking about someone defending family, it's different. The reaction should be as genuine as it could be initially. You know what I'm saying? It should be very genuine and people should respect it, right? Then you turn around and ask about the fans defending Wilder. That's not a family. There's no loyalty. There's no trust. You know what I'm saying? This is an open-ended social media layer. This is where people can congregate, create fake accounts, and some that are authentic, and they can come in here and just talk shit. So there's no such thing as comparing this analogy to substance. It has no validity at all, no merit behind it. Because if he wants to come on here and defend his pops, he's defending his pops. You know what I'm saying? But those individuals that's defending Wilder or fans of Wilder, a lot of these cats who defend Wilder are true fans who support him and appreciate what he's been able to accomplish in his career. A lot of these individuals have never seen him in person. They really don't know what he's like, but they appreciate what he's been able to accomplish. They appreciate his power. They appreciate him emulating that knockout highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? So really, when it comes down to that, the two are far and few in between. They're so far apart. Breland's son defending him, that's just a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level, man. You can't even bring them two together. There's no way that you can marry them at all. Not even if you want to say, it's a polyamorous type of relationship. No, it's no way that you can put them together, dog. Because social media and this YouTube is not no family. It's people that know each other, but it's no family. You know what I'm saying? What he's doing should come natural. But at the end of the day, he only know, it's just like being in the court of law and the judge says hearsay. I'm up there defending a relative and the judge say, oh, that's just hearsay. The same thing can be said on his social media. Mark can come home and tell his son any way he wants that story to play out. If his son wasn't there to actually witness, which he wasn't there every training session, then that's what it is. But his son is doing what his son's supposed to do. On here on YouTube, we don't expect individuals to support one another genuinely and wholeheartedly. No, we see the shit that goes on. We see the blasphemy, the buffoonery. We see the circus acts. We see people one week they mad at each other. Next week they apologize and acting like they're in church in a communion service. They're being baptized. And then the next week they say, "Oh no, I changed my mind. I ain't about this religion shit. I'm going back to the side of Satan." Shout out to Mark Nash in the building. Salute to you. Breaking Beats. What's good? Salute WCS. Definitely worked on the vid all day. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Y'all be sure to check out Mark Nash, man, and subscribe and support the brother. About to do some more edits before my show. Just tapping in to show some support. I appreciate it, man. All the time. Appreciate what you do. But when it comes down to whether you like it or not, right? Y'all have to understand that the man is fighting for something he believes in. I know you don't want to hear World Combat Sports speak. I know it just eats them up that damn, speak about something else. I don't speak about this all the time. I just speak about it sometime. But Tyson Fury whining in the media. He's whining in the media now. He's been off for this long and he needs to fight. We're nowhere closer than we were a year ago. Kudos. Because it was people on this damn YTC that was acting like Deontay Wilder didn't have any leg or any type of foundation to stand on. They had like the man was in there reliving what Tyson Fury was doing when he was out of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Everything they had to say that was negative about Deontay Wilder, they did. They was pushing these false ass wheelbarrow narratives. He's a broken individual. Okay, if he is, okay, cool. He must be just broken up enough to continue to stand on his square and fight for what he know that he wants. Why would somebody? And then to hear people say he's scared, he ain't trying to fight Tyson Fury no more. So if that is the case, why take it to court? If you're telling me off one fight that he's not wanting to return to the sport, off one fight, one loss, he's done, he's broken. Now he's crying, blowing snot bubbles, clinically depressed. Why push it in court? What is his reasoning for all of this? Why invest so much time that you won't ever get back in life? The only thing he's trying to do is say, I'm pushing this effort because I really want this fight to get my belt back. It was contractually agreed upon. I enacted it, and therefore we're fighting. I'm continuing to be in court about it. So a lot of people are going to get mad simply because of their invidious type finger point nature when it comes to hearing the name Deontay Wilder. They're invidious type of individuals. I mean, all those negative words that come to mind, nefarious. You know what I'm saying? They're just angry and mad. They really have anything positive to say. But when it comes down to Tyson Fury, who has absolutely provided you the background, and people just want to sweep that away. Oh, that was a while ago. Now he's gotten past that. Then if he has a tab of forgiveness with you all, if he has a tab, then why do y'all act like Deontay Wilder has no credit at all? Like you give him zero credit for being an upstanding individual and being a knockout artist due to the circumstances for which he was presented with, fast tracking in the sport of boxing. Why do that to yourself? I think today I want to ask you this. I just want you For the Deontay Wilder naysayers, right? I want you to do something for me. This is real talk. I want you to do something for me. There's still time for you to ask for forgiveness. Okay? Just ask for forgiveness. Just understand within your heart that the man is standing up for what he believes in and he's still in the fight. Just ask for forgiveness. That's all you got to say. Ask for forgiveness for being a hater. Every time his name popped up and you think you had the right company, you'll say Deontay Wilder fanboys. But in reality, you are a prime A coccologist. You keep it in there. You love it. A throat lozenge. You love it. It's okay for you to support your fighters. But you're not hearing what Tyson Fury is telling you. He can't do shit. He can't do nothing. So you need to just sit up, stop all bending over, stop pouting, and understand that he ain't went nowhere. He's still in the motherfucking fight. Stop sitting up here trying to create senseless, scenario-based, absentee lists as if Deontay Wilder is no longer in the picture, as if he's clinically locked up in a padded room. No, bro. No. Y'all not going to get this motherfucking Joshua Fury fight right now. You're not going to get it next week. There's nothing on the damn promos scene. It's no step aside money. It's raw and uncut, goddammit. Keep on sitting up here coming up with freaking titles. So what happens next? Did you hear what time? I want y'all to talk about this article I just read of Boxing Scene. Do a panel discussion off that. That's all I want y'all to do. Do a panel discussion off this right here. Break down line for line on what they're talking about. That's what I want you to do. You pretty much want to hear Deontay Wilder talk all the time and then complain about who he's talking with. So I want you to go out here and read this from the starting point to motherfucking benediction and break that shit down line for line on what Tyson Fury is talking about. I want you to emphasize with great emotion when you read, I should have boxed because I've been so inactive. I've been out for over a year. By the time I fight again, looking at maybe Joe, if Joshua fights again, that will be a year, 6 months out of the ring, which is not ideal preparation for any. Shut up. Shut your ass up. This is not a pity parade, especially for a cheater. You should have never signed the contract. You should have never put it in there that, oh, all of a sudden you was going to do him so dirty that he would forget he even signed the damn, it was even contractually agreed upon for a trilogy. How many times have I told you that Eddie Hearn be out here in the media motherfucking ghost riding your mental thoughts for real? He had y'all running around this motherfucker with no driver. The only thing you doing is you taking what he said and you running into the streets, dumbfounded. Eddie Hearn said that they agreed on this. Eddie Hearn said the fight is almost done. Eddie Hearn said the agreement is sealed and delivered. Eddie Hearn said that Anthony Joshua was a $100 million fighter. Eddie Hearn said definitely the fight is on. But every time I tell somebody to go look at BoxRec and break that shit down and provide me a much more thorough, analytical, investigative credence, something that I can just say, you know what, I have the evidence in front of me and I appreciate it. I can't say that because they won't come over here and provide that for me. Look at this part. This article says the idle indentation he's currently facing in his career is not a welcome one for the 32-year-old. Oh man, they're trying to make this shit sound like a eulogy. They're really trying to make this a pity party. Really, they're really trying to make this seem like a memorial service. That we should be gloomy, sad that Tyson Fury isn't getting his way. That's exactly how I'm looking at this. Really, that's just what it comes down to. It just seems like this is all of what I'm gathering for the words that's coming out of Tyson Fury's thought process. He's sounding pitiful right now. He's sounding like, fans should come to his aid. No. This YTC community can't do shit for you, homie. They can't do nothing for you except talk. You can get 150 Deontay Wilder fanboy comments. It's not going to do nothing for Tyson Fury in this article. Absolutely nothing. Underline this shit. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to bring you any closer. But what it can do is give you a little bit more time to ask for forgiveness. You need to do that ASAP. You need to ask for forgiveness before 12 a.m. Before 12 a.m. You need to understand how that works. That's what I'm trying to get across. Smoke Free said, because a lot of fans speaking like Wilder was robbed or cheated out of the win without proof. The same people say, of course he would try to cover for his dad nonsense. So Smoke Free, I just want to get some clarity as to your comparison. Your comparison was poorly connected. It was almost like dial-up. You listen to that sound all the time. That shit was like dial-up. I'm being respectful. It ain't impersonal. You keep on comparing a fan base to family. You're somehow getting the F's misconstrued. You're talking about fan base versus family versus fan base. What does the result of the fight have to do with what's being said on social media and what his son is talking about? His son is talking about the aftermath of what Deontay Wilder said. The fan base is speaking more so on what we're speaking on of the fight itself, what it generated, all of it, all the controversy it generated, and the aftermath of it all. Of course, it's no investigation. In order for there to be investigation, you have to at least have the gloves on that night, right? We can't sit up here in 2021 and summons Sugar Hill to give us those gloves, those exact gloves. They could have basically manipulated and did anything they wanted with the gloves by then. Second of all, any type of liquid, you have to have you have to have some type of evidence right there. If you're talking about the liquid, we know that. If you're not going to pick up the liquid on the night of, there's no need to even talk about it. All of what you're saying is just what we've heard in the media. We've heard all this shit. We know what we don't have, and we know what is absent right now, and that is an investigation. The reason why, because it takes money for an investigation, and it takes effort on top of all of it for the WBC to even put forth any type of energy to entertain it. In order for them to entertain it, they need the gloves on the night of. They need the water. They need the some type of obvious substance. Everything that's involved, they need the doctor's examination. But look, I say this and I say it again. If you don't know what's going on with your body, and you just went through a hell of a fight like that, some things start to register when the adrenaline starts to die down and a couple of days subside. You know what I'm saying? You have some time to think about this and put some puzzle pieces together. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it covered his dad's nonsense. Has he denied it yet? Wilder's a fighter. He overcame a lot to provide, same as Fury. He overcame a lot to have an amazing comeback. Once again, poorly described, poorly descriptive connection that you have going on right there. Because you want to put Deontay Wilder's inception of his career and the motivation that he had to be something special in the sport of boxing because he respected it enough. The fact that he started boxing for his family and then he contended in the sport and won and was winning. He wasn't coming into the sport as a journeyman. He wasn't Reggie Strickland. He came in here to freaking win. And for a long time, he was undefeated until February 22nd, 2020. So therefore, to compare what you just mentioned to Tyson Fury's comeback is asinine. It's asinine, man. Seriously, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make no sense at all. I'm gonna be honest. It absolutely made no sense to even say, well, you know, Tyson Fury, he had a comeback. Who cares? That comeback was self-inflicted. He left the sport from not only doing recreational drugs, but also he was a performance-enhancing drug freaking cheat too. So you can't even say we're going to credit him for a self-inflicted hiatus that he was 100% culpable of. He was liable for that. Deontay Wilder was liable for coming into the sport and giving it his due diligence and respect and went about it the right way to be a winner and a world champion. You cannot say the same thing about giving that same freaking accreditation to Tyson Fury coming back from doing recreational drugs and being suspended and never being able to defend his title and disgracing the sport. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. For real, stop playing. SB90 say, Wilder went about everything wrong. He waited too long to speak out on everything or to take any legal action straight up. I don't think he did. Why should he come out and speak to anybody? Do we actually know who he spoke to behind the scene? Do we actually have a timeline for him to account that he didn't do anything behind the scene? That's just speculation. You can't sit up here and insinuate like that. What I'm talking about is opinionated. But SB90, you're speaking as if you was right there and you know it to be factual. That is nowhere close to being factual. That is, you're saying he waited too long to speak out seems like a want. That seems like you were eager to hear what he had to say. So when he did speak out, it did nothing except allow people to have more content to basically strip down and scrutinize to the core, to the lowest level, to the thinnest level of merit, and run with it and turn it all around and say he's making excuses. He's not right. He's saying this about Breland. He's crazy. How dare he? How can we accept as individuals that consider ourselves above average when it comes to intelligence, right? And then age appropriate when it comes to adults, right? How can we sit up here and ignore the fact that these same individuals was criticizing the fuck out of Deontay Wilder's team and then turn back around because he ain't saying shit? How do you know he ain't saying shit behind the scene? How do you know what the plan is? Maybe he did speak to people behind the scenes. Like I said before, you don't have to have a degree in law. You don't have to have the law degree, right? to know that you need those intricate pieces of evidence. If by chance, days pass by, how do you know he wasn't putting pieces together? How? You saying he waited too long to speak to us. How do you know he wasn't speaking to other individuals behind the scene? Man, y'all act like y'all are actually a part of the daily circulation that happens, man, the daily schedule. But we're not we're not privy to that shit. We don't know who he was speaking to. We don't know what his daily routine was. And the only thing we understand is that a lot of people was wondering where he was at. And since he was quiescent, people was mad. He's not saying nothing. He's not saying that. So basically, you want him to come out and speak and tell you what he's told you. So when he does oblige, people run with it. You know how a chicken run around, if you cut the head off, it just runs around, it's flopping all over the place. That's exactly what, when they heard Deontay Wilder come out, people just run around social media and say, Deontay Wilder said this, that, and the other. He's crazy, delusional. He's blaming Mark Breland. They really found the piece that they can run with to drive. They sharpen the tip of it and they say, okay, this is the nail we want to use. We're gonna go up here and now we're gonna support Mark Breland. Somebody who they didn't give a fuck about. And I really challenge those individuals, and it's nothing personal. I really challenge those individuals to present a video before February 22nd that you was glorifying Mark Breland as a boxer, a human being, and the trainer of Deontay Wilder. I want to see it. Show me the video. I want to see the video where you was absolutely enamored and respect the shit out of Mark Breland for being on Team Deontay Wilder. Show it. SB90, man, that's public record, man. You're not making anybody upset over here with that. That's public record. That's easy. What you saying, SB90 is just public record. Really, it's pointless. Like, that's just recycled public references that's been out here for the longest of time. What you're doing is just saying, okay, let me say the same thing that goes against the grain of Deontay Wilder. It takes a different level of maturity when you're doing this media stuff to just, jettison the fact. You need to be glad that I even mentioned it. What's going on, 21 Strong? What's good with you? I mean, give me something to go off of, instead of that. Now that just seems childish, real talk. So we can overlook the crazy comments Wilder has said. What crazy comments? I'm not going to do your homework for you. What crazy comments? If you're typing and using your home keys and pressing send, right? What comments? I don't know what comments you're talking about. Wasn't he arrested for X amount of weed? Oh my God. Present the documentation. Now we're comparing arrested for amount of weed to being suspended for performance enhancing drugs and cocaine usage to the point where it lasted for years and allow him to basically blow up into an incredible amount of weight. We comparing that to the same thing Joshua was supposedly arrested for, which nobody mentions. Wasn't Joshua this big time drug dealer over there? Huh? I mean, let's not forget how he was gifted the gold medal round in the London Olympics. Let's not forget about that. So therefore, when it comes down to what? You want to bring up weed? It's something that's legalized right now. You know how many people was locked up and incarcerated for weed back in the day because the laws were what they were? Come on, man. Come on, do better. Doesn't matter what Wilder has done. That's his personal life, bro. I mean, hey, I'm a fan of Wilder. I think he beats everyone but Fury. But all these excuses make it hard to support the guy. It's only hard to support a guy you never supported to begin with. Real talk. That's what it comes down to. It's more difficult for you to find a way to support. And even if you decide to support him, you probably won't support him genuinely 100% because you're still holding on to the same residue that you had before you even committed to doing it in the first place. How are you going to call yourself a supporter and you coming over here just talking it? You gotta stick to it. But 1 minute you say he's doing this, he's doing that, crazy comment, this, that, and the other. I mean, not crazy comments. Fury, the WB champ, gave Wilder his first loss. That's on BoxRec. That's like 2 + 2 right there. But then you say, I think he beats everyone but Fury. Listen, he went in the ring with him twice already, and they're in arbitration because he's trying to do what's in his heart to force this trilogy. If Tyson Fury doesn't win this and he comes off the belt, because he is the one that basically said that he would never fight Wilder again. But it's not as easy as releasing, you know what I'm saying, total liability from the situation and still remaining WBC champion and go over there and fight Anthony Joshua. If that was the case, we would see a fight already on the schedule for Fury Joshua, but we don't see that, right? I think that's what's most frustrating to you all. You want to wake up tomorrow morning and know that you can come on here and prove me wrong. But I'm explaining to you tonight, tomorrow, and next week. The fight ain't happening right now. Joshua Fury is not happening right now, man. Wipe your tears. When you say you think he beats everyone, I mean, come on, that's just so cliche. You don't believe that. The man was 42 victories in strong, 0 defeats, man, 41 knockouts. You don't believe that. The man knocked Fury clean out in the first fight, and the fight should have been called off. That's PR right there. We know that to be absolutely fact. That shit is PR for real. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you want to call everything he said excuses? So be it. But look, when it comes to Team Wilder, right? If you're not 100% committed and therefore I'm talking about overly extending your commitment to debate, to walk in the furnace, to be on the panel where majority of the individuals are saying negative shit. If you're not willing to do that, then you're not really a Deontay Wilder fan. You're just one of those individuals. When he wins, you'll be right back over here. Well, man, congratulations, he did it. Wow, man, it's good to see Deontay Wilder with that green strap again. Wow, I wonder if Anthony Joshua gonna face him now. No, we don't need you. I'd rather see a trilogy than watch Fury box circles around AJ. I'm telling you, the fight is not going to be like what you think. I'm telling you. WCS, could you define your understanding of support? Support where? Support who? Please be clear. Support who, what, when, where? Like, what are you saying define? That's so broad. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit up here and reel it in. Support what? Define my understanding of support of what? Are you talking about the sport? Are you talking about a certain individual? Are you talking about more than one individual? A group? What? What's good? What's good? Salute to you. Okay, if you believe Ruiz beat Wilder, cool. But that's the same Ruiz that we can talk about that already had a loss going in there with Anthony Joshua, was on top of the world when he stopped Anthony Joshua after getting off the canvas. And then he showed up to Saudi Arabia looking like a freaking Mexican Hershey Kiss. All nice and round. You know what I'm saying? Wide at the bottom. Come on, man. Come on. And you want to endorse Snickers? What Andy Ruiz are we getting in that Wilder fight? Because Anthony Joshua ain't never dropped Wilder. Right? Anthony Joshua never dropped Wilder. And we all know Wilder don't have harder punching power, more punching power than Deontay Wilder. And we saw what Anthony Joshua was able to do with Andy Ruiz. But that's expected for Andy Ruiz to return and finish Joshua the way he did. It's expected, man. Point blank. It was expected. It's nothing shocking about what he was able to do. But when it comes to Wilder, I believe Wilder knocked him out easy. A lot of people looking at the fact that he was throwing multiple punches, like he was throwing his punch volume was up there against Joshua. You have to understand how Joshua is, how you can stall Joshua out, how you can force him to be uncomfortable going off the back foot, how he has a suspect chin. Say what you want. Styles make fights, and a lot of y'all want to give Ruiz credit, and he has more losses than Deontay Wilder. You want to give that man credit. Like he didn't go over there and get his, put on one of the most boring performances ever. Listen, you can say what you want. Andy Ruiz was on the canvas. And look, so did Deontay Wilder. He got up. What are you saying? Deontay Wilder stood up twice. Deontay Wilder got up. And he was still fighting till the fight was stopped. So what you saying? I would love to see Wilder and Fury 3 so this can be settled. Sure you do. Sure you do. Yeah, right. Stop switching up now. Stop switching up. We don't need no undedicated fence risers over here now. We need the committed, dedicated, genuine, full-time subscribers. I'm talking about to Team Deontay Wilder. That's what we're talking about. Define how you see support, because I believe you can support someone and not agree with the person. As for Wilder, you don't support him though. So what defines your question? What merits your question though? What are you prefacing that off of? That's just like I say all the time about people betting on certain fighters, right? Betting on them to win. They'll sit over here and say, well, my mind is right here, but my heart's over here. That makes absolutely no sense. Because you're thinking about the fighter that you want to win, but your heart is with the opposite guy who you want that fighter to defeat. You don't find no contradiction in that? You're saying because I believe you can support someone and not agree with the person. So you're saying you support Deontay Wilder, but you don't agree with what he has, his contributions towards the sport. Does that make any sense? Like, you saying you can support someone, but yet criticize them at the same time while you're building up the guy who is in the midst of it all that no one else will fight. Tyson Fury hasn't fought. Anthony Joshua hasn't fought Tyson Fury. So what are we saying? If Tyson Fury was the top 2 heavyweight, who can you say that Tyson Fury has fought? Don't bring up no Klitschko. We already know that. He never defended the title, went into his hiatus and came back. Out of the 5 fights before he stepped in there in February, name them. Sefa Safari, Francisco Pianeta, excluding Deontay Wilder draw, Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin. That's who he chose. The big dog out of all of that was Deontay Wilder, who he faced twice. I mean, that's what it is, man. Wilder could have fought AJ, though. See, now you're talking about could have. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, without understanding what was in the contingencies in the contract. People want to bring up the 100 million plus and all this other shit. Listen, if y'all go up here and just sign your life away, you'll be that type of boxer who's struggling to provide for your family because you're really stuck. You're like, damn, I can't do shit because I just put the damn ink to the paper and I didn't read it line for line. You can't sit up here and just drive off everything that you hear that's coming over from across the pond. Oh, he should have fought this. He should have fought that. Listen, every fighter is moved accordingly. But just imagine if Deontay Wilder would have ruined Anthony Joshua and knocked his ass out. How would he ever would have recovered from that? Because, you know, it's almost, with me, I'm almost 150%, 200 inclined to say that you definitely could potentially see Anthony Joshua being stopped twice. Seriously. You need more to say Wilder could have. Are we talking about Fury Wilder, or now we going to AJ Wilder? Because either way it goes, the whole emphasis in which I was placing on the Fury Joshua fight is just to remind people that the fight isn't happening no time soon. And we really need to be focusing on what is absolutely active in the court of law with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, period. Difference is Ruiz got up and fought like a warrior. Wilder got dropped and was lost the rest of the fight. That's not true. Wilder fought just as much as a warrior than Ruiz did. But no way can you compare the quality of opposition to say that Anthony Joshua was a better opposition than Tyson Fury. You cannot say that. So in reality, Deontay Wilder was fighting a tougher opposition in Tyson Fury than Andy Ruiz was Anthony Joshua. That is true. That is absolutely true. Whether you want to pin that to your front side of your catalog, your mental catalog, it's true. Anthony Joshua is no Tyson Fury. And you up here congratulating Andy Ruiz for exposing Joshua for who he really is. We already know he had a suspect chin. We all know he lacked that heart. Andy Ruiz just brought it out of him. Don't be mad that he cashed out. Andy Ruiz cashed out in the second fight just so Anthony Joshua can become two-time unified champion. Facts, man. Truth. Let it be told. Let's understand something. I support Wilder. I brought everyone of his fights when he was on his run. I have all kind of his merchandise, so yeah, I support Wilder. Okay, cool. Who am I, 21 Strong, to say you don't support Wilder? Okay, if you're telling me all of what you've done, okay, who am I to sit up here and refute something that I don't see? If you say, okay, cool. But for me, on this media, narrative-driven highway, words mean a lot. And if you're not consistent and you say negative things about a fighter that you say support, it just doesn't make sense. It's lunacy to believe that you will fully support a fighter that you speak so critical of. It's okay not to speak perfect of someone all the time, but when it comes down to you just tearing a fighter down, excoriating how they were in one single fight, when there's other fighters like Anthony Joshua who has lost once. Andy Ruiz lost his, earned his second loss. Nobody even talk about how he, disrespected the sport and came in overweight for one of the most important fights of his career. Because if he would have defended his titles, that would have set Joshua over there with no titles. It could have potentially gave us Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. But guess what? Andy Ruiz wasn't there to defend the titles. He was there to cash the check. Signature here, please. Sign right here, please. We ain't talking about no suit. We ain't talking about no suit. None of that. We can talk about 42 victories, 1 defeat, and 41 knockouts. We can talk about that. You know what I'm saying? One top fighter he fought. And Wilder lost twice. And lost twice. Wilder that competition. AJ hands down has fought better competition. Like who? You're going to see Vladimir? Let's exclude Vladimir because he was out of the sport. And name one fighter Vladimir Klitschko fought after Anthony Joshua. Name him. Name him. I know you're not talking about Charles Martin, who picked up the title by default from an injury and went in there and crashed and died for a freaking what? How much he was paid? $6-7 million. However much he was paid, he took a dive in 2 rounds. Right? That's the one you're talking about. Oh, let's not talk about Joseph Parker, who the referee never allowed them to fully engage, who Anthony Joshua was hurt in that fight, and didn't do too much to basically, he couldn't even get close enough for a long period of time to fight Joshua because the referee was there. So let's just exclude that WBO title. Exclude that. Exclude it. You want to talk about old Alexander Povetkin? Isn't that what y'all were saying about Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz? You want to talk about old Alexander Povetkin? That's what you want to talk about, Carlos Stockton? If you want to talk about Andy Ruiz, yes. You know, Andy Ruiz, many people thought that he had a win against Joseph Parker. You know, you talking about Andy Ruiz? All right, cool. Cool. But when it comes down to the heavyweight depth, the depth is very shallow when it comes to the heavyweight. So you can't just pick and choose like, okay, well, let me do process of elimination and let me pretty much accredit fighters that really wasn't getting too much credit anyway. So all of a sudden, whenever the credit is given, it's from biased boxing fans that want to go out here and seek out the fighters across the pond as being the best. They don't want to give the U.S. lineup any credit. They just go across the pond to all those fighters that was over there, like Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin's resume is better than Joshua's. Like, that is your only claim to fame. You want to go across the pond and hype up all these fighters over there, and they constantly get stopped and get defeated. They constantly get knocked out, bro. So y'all act like Deontay Wilder shit is the first of his kind. Joshua get knocked out, and you saw he returned and did it like a true champ. Well, guess what? Deontay Wilder's trying to do the same thing in arbitration. Why you not giving that same freaking energy and respect? Andy Ruiz is taking a loss before he even stepped in there with Anthony Joshua. Alexander Povetkin has losses. Wasn't he the same one stopped by Anthony Joshua? Y'all forget that? But the first thing y'all say is Anthony Joshua has a better resume. You acting like fighters don't go through adversity. But when Deontay Wilder has experienced adversity, you act like it's all brand new. It's not. It's not brand new. It's not brand new. I won't entertain it, man. Look, I respect the loud chatter, whatever. I'm not entertaining back and forth. Like, I'm not retreading on that. Emojis don't do anything for me. You know, give me some boxing substance and I'll speak on it. If you want to believe what it is, it's cool. But all the emojis and shit, I'm talking to grown people. Emojis don't do anything except it might prove that your expression lacking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to proficiency, you got to put emojis up there to prove your point. You don't have to do that. Just speak. Just provide your point. Klitschko Wilder ducked is your opinion. It's your opinion. That's it. Even though it's a false narrative, it's your opinion. Yeah, like Klitschko never lost. Y'all keep on talking about Klitschko. The only one I give relevance to when it comes out of Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua is Tyson Fury. Because like I said before, you keep on talking about an old ass Klitschko like you do Luis Ortiz. But it's silence on that side. The man was in retirement, and he's still in retirement to this day. To this motherfucking day. Name one fighter he fought after Anthony Joshua. If you can't name that, then you need to leave that Klitschko alone. They carefully handpicked Klitschko to fight when he didn't really want to be in there. And he just found out during the fight that, damn, I can whoop Joshua easy. I mean, easy. I mean, he was saying to himself, damn, this is an easy touch right here. But I ain't trying to be no reigning champion. So I'm gonna take it a little bit longer, and then the referee stopped in and stopped the fight. Come on, man. He jumped in and stopped the fight, man. That shit was premeditated like I don't know what, bro. Hey man, Wilder fought some of the toughest in the sport in his division. That division is an extremely a wealth of killers. We already know that, but you just can't selectively leave out, you know, the Luis Ortiz, who's undefeated. You can't leave out, you know, the fact that he gave Romain Stavern a rematch. You can't leave out the fact that he gave Luis Ortiz a rematch, who people believe that he was about to lose in the 7th round when he was hurt. But yet when Deontay Wilder knocked him out, they said, oh, I want to see that again. You know the reason why they said that? Because they wasn't satisfied. They was like, I want to see him go back in there. I want to see him go back in there and get hurt again. Maybe Luis Ortiz can do it again. Let's hope. So y'all was, you know, those of you that was hating, y'all was hoping for his downfall with the Luis Ortiz rematch. It didn't happen. And then he steps up, right? After the first match with Tyson Fury, he offers the immediate rematch. But Tyson Fury didn't want the immediate rematch. He wanted to go play around. He wanted to be a Ragu spokesperson. He wanted to fight motherfucking Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin that just went the distance with Dominique Brazil. Absolutely. Just went the distance with Dominique Brazil. Look, I told people, they thought I was playing. I said, I don't think he's fully awake. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. That nap was brutal. I don't think he's fully awake. He looked bad. It didn't matter if Abel Sanchez was in his corner. The man looked bad. Otto Wallin just went the distance with Dominique Brazil, who Deontay Wilder finished expeditiously. Y'all ain't talking about that? Because he made it look so easy, huh? That shit ain't easy as it look, huh? All that knocking out shit. Otto Wallin put a cut on Tyson Fury's eye. They said, oh shit, he puts a cut on Tyson Fury's eye. Okay. What did you just see him do with Dominique Brazil, though? He went the entire bout. Dominique Brazil was doing the same thing, allow Otto Wallin to exit out to his left. Pivot out to his left. Same exact routine over and over again. And y'all not criticizing the fact that Deontay went in there and smashed Dominique Brazil? He'll do the same thing to Otto Wallin. You think Wallin trying to fight? Let me just digress from that. What's up, D Hodges? What's good? Michael Hunter, from what we're hearing, Charles Martin pulled out again. And Michael Hunter, maybe fighting Hrgovic. Listen, it might be some people that be mad, that's upset about this. But check this out. Philippe Hrgovic, I'm waiting for him to catch that smoke. I'm waiting. He reminds me of another Anthony Joshua. What's the Croatian boxer's alias? What's this boxer's alias that they talk about? Stone Man, right? Because he has that stone look. He's so slow. It's almost like putting a motherfucking boulder, a flat boulder on the cement and spraying water underneath and trying to see if it moves. Stone Man. Extremely robotic. I said the same thing about F.A. Jogba. You know, Philippe Hrgovic, Michael Hunter, that's a good fight. I hope he picked the wrong. I hope Michael Hunter shows up for this fight. Because a lot of people is hyping up the Croatian sensation, Stone Man himself, Philippe Hrgovic, 12-0, 10 knockouts. But this man is as robotic as they get. They're not ready for a damn sniper, an Alabama sniper like Deontay Wilder. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. 6'6". Come on, man. Come on. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Michael Hunter, go ahead and do your thing, man. Expose Hrgovic for being the stone man he is. Slow, lethargic, and let's test that chin. You know what I'm saying? Let's test that chin to see if it's a slab or it's gravel. You know what I'm saying? Period. Let's test that chin to see if it's a slab or a bucket of gravel. That's what we need to do. Ortiz being undefeated make him top. In this case, Martin being champ was top level. It wasn't. It wasn't, man. Being undefeated. White being undefeated. Listen. Let me show you something. Let me show you something smoke free. All right? Let me show you something. Because I got a little bit of time for a bounce. Let me show you something. You mentioned Dillian White. Oh, my God. You mentioned Martin being champ. Oh, my goodness. I want you to explain how Martin received his belt. Now, I know it's so long in the past, but Martin, how did he receive his belt? It was due to Fury's undoing, right? That they even fought for the belt in that January of the following year, right? How did he even get the belt? But check this out. Let me pull you up something right quick. Oh. Let me just pull something up right quick. Let me share screen right quick. This is for smoke free. All right. Let me. So this is Anthony Joshua's box rec, right? Okay, 24-1, 22 knockouts, United Kingdom, blah, blah. So let's go down to what he just mentioned about Dillian White. That's why you need to pay close attention. Are you hyping up a 16-0 Dillian White? Right? You're hyping up a 16-0 Dillian White. But y'all be quick to sit up here and talk about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So you hyping up a Dillian White who was 16-0. What were they contending for? The vacant BBOC British heavyweight title, Commonwealth British Empire heavy title, and a WBC International heavyweight title. Was it the IBF title? No. Did Dillian White win the fight to face Charles Martin next? No. No, he did not. Him being stopped in the 7th round by Anthony Joshua, what did he give him? Absolutely nothing. Let's go to Charles Martin right quick, because they love to talk about Charles Martin, right? Check this out. Smoke. Check this out. So let's look at the WBO organization, NABO heavyweight title. This is from Vicente Sandez, right? This is 2015. This is where he won the title right here, Glaskov. Vacant IBF Federation World title. Why? Because of your boy Fury, right? Let's go to how many times he defended it. He's 21-0. Okay? Glaskov. This is Charles Martin. Glasgow's 21-0, fighting for the vacant IBF world title. Charles Martin wins this fight via TKO. Who did he fight next? Anthony Joshua. He never defended the title once. And you hyping this dude up? You're hyping this dude up? Check this out again. WBO, NABO heavyweight title, just like all those other trinkets that Dillian White was fighting for. He wasn't fighting for no damn world title when he fought Joshua. And then Glaskov. Charles Martin defeated Glaskov. His next fight, he took a dive in 2 rounds and lost to Anthony Joshua. And you hyping this dude up? Really? Seriously, you hyping this guy up, that Smoke? Come on, stop. Stop. Stop doing that, man. Don't do that. And here goes an opinion. It doesn't upset me at all. He said Wilder will lose again in that rematch. If I'm wrong, I will come back and apologize for not being a believer like you. If you're wrong and he gets beat, you would say you were a fanboy. If you're wrong and he gets beat, you would say you were a fanboy. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not a fanboy at all. I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. Boy has nothing to do with it. If you support any fighter heavy, then if you're going to use those 2 words, then you can say that you're that. It has to go across the board, period. That's how you should look at it. But understand one thing, that Smoke. When you say Wilder will lose again in the rematch, that's something that you're driving home. You don't even believe that. You just want to say it for a reaction. And you're not going to get that over here. You can say what you want for a reaction, but you don't believe that. And you coming back over here and apologizing for something I never believed to begin with, that you was talking about he would lose in a rematch. But if you're talking about apologizing because I always say he'll go in there and defeat Tyson Fury in the trilogy, why are you going to apologize for something that I told you would happen? I don't believe anything what you're saying he'll lose in the rematch. So we can just scratch that. I don't need an apology. I don't need an apology. We're good. And I'm saying that because how your logic works when you said Ortiz being undefeated. Ortiz was undefeated. Southpaw, crafty southpaw. He has that footwork like Larry Holmes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He has some of the best footwork in the heavyweight division. 2 losses on his record, Deontay Wilder. So you're trying to compare Dillian White to Luis Ortiz? He didn't want no Luis Ortiz smoke. You trying to compare Charles Martin to Luis Ortiz? I mean, what are we talking about? Ortiz is a tough fighter. You got to drop a link next time because you don't see how I'm using your logic against you. No, it's not all about that. I drop the link periodically, but sometimes I have stuff to do. Real talk. I have things I have to take care of. So you know how dropping a link can allow someone to be on him for an extensive amount of time. For real. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? But maybe next time, yeah, for sure. You know what it is, for real. But that's basically where we at with this right here. I think I've, you know, gave my opinion, my astute opinion on the whole situation. Just read, just read the article for yourself. All right. And let me go back right quick. That's the link right there. I put. I don't know if y'all can see it. They might not let y'all see it, but that's the link. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Don't get timed out, Deshaun. Don't get timed out. This is a boxing channel. I like boxing humor, but don't get timed out coming here talking about hip hop and Tekashi and all that. Don't get timed out, bro. Sir Ken in the building, salute to you. World Combat Sports, salute to the wrenches and the chats. Salute to the chat. Smash the like button. Appreciate you always, man. Appreciate you. Salute to you. But it's been the article is right there. I just want someone to basically, filter through it, examine it, see if it has a pulse to anything you want to talk about, and just ask yourself, do you have any sympathy for Tyson Fury, whining about being inactive? You know what I'm saying? Why are you whining? Because you want to hurry up and get that bag so you can go off into the sunset? You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy, bro. You need to come get this. You need to come get this smoke. You need to understand what the retribution is all about, that Tyson Fury. That's what you need to do. We need for you to hang around and understand that if someone is willing to stand up for what they believe is absolutely right, don't be mad. Because all y'all keep on saying the same thing over and over again. If a person is clinically depressed and all that, they wouldn't be putting forth an effort like this. They wouldn't even give a damn. They would say, all right, fuck it, man. All right, give me the step aside money. Fuck it. I don't care. Give me the step aside money. I'm done. You know how much willpower it take to go in there and be in a fight like he was, take the punishment he did, all the controversy that it encompassed, all the backlash that he received when he came out and said what he said, to still be in court, to step back in there for a trilogy. Suit that up any way you feel like, but you need to understand the respect needs to put that bow tie on there. You need to dress that shit up. You need to finish it up with the bow tie and say, okay, I respect it. Don't sit there like you don't respect it. Like a lot of you just want him to go by the wayside because of his comments. Like you haven't heard worse comments. Mike Tyson talking about eating people kids. It's been worse comments that's been out there, man. Don't let me start to get on down recyclement going into the recall memory. I can tell you a whole lot of fighters that done said some fucked up shit and did some very fucked up things too. So let's not sit up here and babysit and be petty. Let's understand what's going on in heavyweight divisions and what we need. If the division is cumbersome right now, well, keep on staying close to the situation, man, so we can keep building it up. We're not going to influence or change anything, but here on YouTube, at least we can talk about a potential, like you really want it, like you really give a fuck about seeing this trilogy. For those of you that's not even giving it no consideration, you what I call a temporary boxing. You want to see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua lost just like Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua actually quit while Deontay Wilder was still throwing punches before the towel came in. Joshua quit, but yet you want to give him a pass because he's over in the UK. That's unsatisfactory right there. You know what I'm saying? That's very unsatisfactory. That you want to give him a pass when he quit. Deontay Wilder never quit. Anthony Joshua quit. Period. That's quit without the E. See, that probably went over y'all head. But that's quit without the E, okay? That probably went over y'all head, but yeah. You need to understand that. Why are you boosting up someone who defended his title 10 times successfully by someone who never defended his title, period, and walking around with a ghost lineal title because of them, the PR team say, how much do we owe you? Continue to push that lineal. It's going to work out for. We just trying to come up with the master heist. Just give us a little bit of time, okay? That's all we're trying to do. Anthony Joshua quit. Tyson Fury was caught with pads. Cocaine head. Never defended the title. He still haven't defended the WBC title. But Deontay Wilder, reigned for over 5 long years, man. I'm not going to ask you what am I missing. Whatever I'm missing from you, those are naysayers is I don't supposed to remember. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's not even relevant. So it's not the fact that I'm missing it. It's the fact that it's not even relevant. You don't want to mention the good side, what he's been able to accomplish, his credentials. You just want to keep it as like, let me go with the falsified narratives that's out here where people will never mention what Anthony Joshua has been accused of and what we've seen play out in the ring. Never. You got to mention the fact that Anthony Joshua quit. QUIT. TIUQ. Back and forward. Quit. Deontay Wilder never quit, man. Show the man love. Ask for forgiveness. When this live ends, go into your quiet place, light a candle, crack the Bible to whatever your favorite scripture, and you ask for forgiveness. That's what I'm asking you to do. Ask for forgiveness. It's still time, okay? WCS, what do you see that Wilder can and will do that make you believe so strongly it will be a different outcome? Just respecting the sport of boxing, period. Being in the gyms, seeing how a different style can change the outcome of any fight. We've seen it with Lennox Lewis. Yeah, Lennox Lewis was knocked out cold. Guess what? He returned, and what happened? So I'm just saying that if you are a passerby or a temporary boxing fan, and you haven't been covering the sport or following the sport long enough to be able to provide yourself with a mental side-by-side comparisons of boxers who have been in similar situations, even in the same weight class. If you could not sit up here and say, well, this happened in this fight right here, and this person came back. This happened here, and this person came back. Why are you all acting like the past don't exist? Why would you, 21, ask me, what do you see that Wilder can and will do? Look back in history. I'm pretty sure when that particular person was knocked out or that particular person was defeated and they came back and won in a rematch, why aren't you able to provide clean analogies on why Deontay Wilder can do the exact same thing? Why are you so easy to refute that it's impossible for him to split the ropes and get his title back? That would be the 3rd time he stepped in there with the same man. So what make you believe just because he lost his title in one fight that you don't have any other fighters in history of sport of boxing, even in the heavyweight division, that has came back and won in a rematch? You know what? It doesn't exist. Your absentee doesn't exist. You have all the information that you need in boxing history. I'm not going to do your homework for you. Look back in history on fighters who have lost, and you ask yourself, why are you so critical of Deontay Wilder going back here and earning his belt back and winning that trilogy with Tyson Fury? You have to ask yourself that. Valentine, what's good? Bomb squad in the building, salute. You know what it is? Bomb squad all day. Bomb squad all day. You know what it is. But ask yourself that, 21. If your questions come out the way they do, with a negative connotation, tagging along, hitchhiking, just ask yourself why you can't come out with anything consistently positive if you are a Deontay Wilder supporter. If you asking a question and at the end of it, it's like, well, you don't have any confidence on this man returning to defeat Tyson Fury. But yet, it's so many boxers in history who have returned and won the rematch after having a brutal outing for which they was defeated. Plenty. There's so many. So what's different about this? Because y'all have a fighter that you don't like, you have a fighter that you don't fully support, and you really want to see him just fall back and not have an opportunity to earn what's his. That's pretty much all of it. You're supporting a neighboring country, which is just asinine to even think about. That how many U.S. heavyweights do we have in the lineup over here? How many U.S. heavyweights are willing to step up that are in the shoot to make a run like Deontay Wilder? Name them. So with that said, it's a lot of delusional individuals over here in the U.S. as if they don't even care about the heavyweight division when it comes to the U.S. champions being a part of it. They don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, we don't care. We just don't want Deontay Wilder to be there. So who's next? White, black, brown, whatever. Who's the next heavyweight champion in the U.S. that's going to do or reciprocate what Deontay Wilder was able to do? That's all I want you to tell me, explain it. Why are we not fascinated in supporting a man who's been able to accomplish what he's been able to accomplish? When there's no one close to his level on the lineup. Don't say Jared Anderson. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I got respect for Jared Anderson. Nothing against him, but he's no Deontay Wilder. Period. Who's next? Who's the next big U.S. heavyweight? Who? WHO. If you cannot tell me a legitimate heavyweight that's willing to emulate what Wilder was able to as a heavyweight champion, then why are y'all so quickly, formed up with the torches lit to say, oh, get out of here. We don't want you around here no more. Go. For what? This is the same person who y'all was hoping and wishing, get me one bomb squad. Scare the shit out of me. Please, just one bomb squad. There was only one person doing the bomb squad. There was only one person that had to this day. It was only one person that looked like Deontay Wilder that had one of the most powerful right hands of this era. It was only one. There was only one bronze bomber. One. Only one that people was looking at him when he was fighting everybody else outside of a white fighter, that they was cheering him on. That's why I say this shit is smoke and mirrors and full of a facade of fake individuals. Because I can promise you, there was a lot of people from this YouTube community at his Dominic Brazil fight. There was a lot of people from the YouTube community at his Luis Ortiz fight, at his Bermain Stavern fight, at his Gerald Washington, Malik Scott fight. There's a lot. They wanted to see him go in there with a knockout. But when Tyson Fury came on the scene, people was like, all of a sudden at the Staples Center, they was going up in there, and they even sounded different. How you doing, yeah? Who you going for? Is that right? I'm going for the same thing. Oh, you're from London? Yeah. I grew up over there. Been over there for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to this. Tyson Fury all day. You know what I'm saying? Deontay don't have a chance. Yeah, you had YouTube channels actually integrating their motherfucking, British accent when Tyson Fury first fought Deontay Wilder. They was changing up big time. They was singing Sweet Caroline. Motherfucker was as fake as shit, dog. Then you still see Deontay Wilder in public, man, being the guy who is, still putting on, and for the U.S., putting on for boxing, putting on as the people's champ, right? And then he have some fights here in between. He's still fighting tough. You go in there against Luis Ortiz. People want to say, well, we'll support Deontay Wilder. This is Luis Ortiz. We'll support Deontay Wilder. Boom. He knocked the soul out of Luis Ortiz again. Luis Ortiz's soul left his body. And then turned back around to MGM Grand. I seen you over at the Staples Center, yeah? You over at the MGM? Oh man, this is gonna be burner. Fury back at it again with Wilder. This time, I think Fury's gonna get it done. What do you say? I agree with you, mate. He gets it done. This is it. Fury with the title. Deontay Wilder just go away, quit the sport of boxing, because it's gonna be a tough loss for him. I mean, you had Americans switching up their accent at the MGM. The way that shit all went down, man, credentials and all that shit. And I mean, it was just crazy how they had all those UK fans in the MGM Grand. And you talking about the man ain't powerful? They had to manipulate the entire set for Deontay Wilder to lose. You know how much power that is? They had to manipulate the entire scene, y'all, for this man to lose. First of all, they had to supply or accommodate an extensive amount of UK fans. The Gypsy was heavy there. And, it's to be said, they can show up where they want to show up at. And then once again, it wasn't an overwhelming amount of cheers when Deontay Wilder arrived on the scene and entered the ring. It should have been. This is home soil, but they allowed a cheat to be glorified and exalted on foreign soil. This is foreign soil for Tyson Fury. Let's be honest. This is foreign soil for him. But yet, the gullible U.S. boxing fans allowed themselves to be a part of the betrayal because they didn't have no motherfucking boxing loyalty and trust. They just allowed themselves to be a part of the betrayal. We spoiled over here when it comes to boxing. So there's a lot of people say, I don't like Deontay Wilder. Why? Because of the way he talks. The sport has been around for decades, but him, he just talks too much, I swear. So what about Tyson Fury, calling people a dosser, a cunt? Just being very that's just what they do over there in the UK. That means absolutely nothing. They say bloke, dosser, it means nothing. Okay. All right, I got it. My nigga, yeah. So you saying, so what you saying that Tyson Fury could say a dosser bloke, everything else, and it's okay, he gets a pass, but My man Deontay Wilder, he says a little bit, and you get on his neck about it. You come on YouTube and you continue to talk the same way all the time. You have nothing positive to say about the champ. I can't stand by that. That's exactly what happens. How did Tyson Fury get a pass? And how do you vilify Deontay Wilder for doing what Muhammad Ali is glorified for? Trash talking. Bernard Hopkins, trash talking. Roy Jones, trash talking. Vinny Pazin, trash talking. Tommy Morrison, trash talking. Fernando Vargas. Ricardo Mayorga. James Toney. Even Willie Pep. Willow Wiss, he trash talk too. I know people just like, oh no, here we go. He had to bring a white fighter in here from back in the day. I'm serious. I mean, goddamn, fighters trash talk all the time, man. I don't know what's up with the sensitivity. You know, I say this all the time. Like, we're not introducing anything new to the sport of boxing. Trash talking been around for ages. You know what I'm saying? For ages. Teofimo, what he's trash talking, that's been around. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, that's been around, man. David Benavidez, all them cats, that's trash talking. Tyson Fury, all that shit. It's been around for the test of time. But they just want to find a person that they can make shit stick. You know what I'm saying? This is not right. It's an abomination. He went on the radio station and said the Bronze Bomber wants to catch a body. Let me be clear. Is that the same person? Can we charge him with attempted murder? Seriously, that's how they think about it. The Bronze Bomber is the same person, right? So in actuality, this is an opportunity to get him banned, right? If we can prove that he wants to commit a homicide, predetermined, premeditated, then can we, communicate anonymously with Mauricio Suleiman and give our grievance to have him banished from the sport? Serious, man. People was out there trying to do that shit, bro. King Mitch in the building. What's good? I'm off that. I'm off Wilder, right now. Anderson is exciting. Listen, don't let me do it, Smoke. But I will. Just because you said Anderson is exciting, I'm going to do it. And this is for sure going to be my last box rec today. He wants to talk about 8-0 Jared Anderson, right? He's exciting, which I gave the man his props. I gave him his props. I don't have anything against Jared Anderson, but who do we have that's in line to emulate the strength, the power, the detriment, the severity of punishment from one hand, the equalizer? Who? You trying to tell me it's Jared Anderson? So here we go. 8-0, 8 knockouts, right? Let's go to the opponents. Let's go to the opponents because Smoke said he's exciting. So exciting. Who again? What are we talking about? He's just starting off, right? He's just starting off, right? So what are we supposed to praise again? I salute him for building his, because I understand how fighters are building. He's splitting the ropes. I'm not. I salute him for building up his resume. But exciting, it's a lot of fighters that's exciting and building up their resume, but get no credit. But he's exciting against this competition, though. Now, Rodney Hernandez, This dude, I gotta give him his props. Rodney Hernandez, while it lasted, that shit was exciting. I ain't gonna lie, that mug, hey, Rodney Hernandez 13-9. He has some experience on this belt. I had to give him his salute, for real. He was trying to stay in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Pena, look, come on now. He's exciting. Come on, stop, man. He's still building up. I mean, a lot of his fights are going to be exciting because of the level of his opposition. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's smoke. Seriously, that's all I'm saying. It's boxing. They all trying to kill each other in that ring. They are, man. They all trying to take each other out. They all trying to further excel to the next biggest opponent. And that's the way it should be for a lot. You know what I'm saying? It should be. But hey, y'all know what it is, man. So salute to everyone that pulled up. Appreciate your input and everything. Solid. One team, one fight. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. And it's fight weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be on here this weekend because I have an event to attend. So I'm not sure. But definitely stay close. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. Salute to you.